brassica, which means that it's related to broccoli, cabbage, turnips, all of those garden vegetables. And the reason I know is because, you know, another term for those vegetables is cruciferous. So the reason it's called cruciferous is because they have 4 petals arranged in the shape of a cross. There's 5 tops.
My message is, can we please know that any time, whether it's 5 seconds, whether it's 1,000th of a second, or whether it's 10 minutes, that we're in front of an audience. Anytime we're in front of an audience, we're doing theater. Ta-da! Ta-da!
But with that idea, so like, I agree, like every time, you know, theater is everywhere and we can be very professional with that and having the confidence to do that. Like, having confidence in like the wardrobe. And I feel like that's really important about like dress, like not necessarily like, I mean, look at me, I'm just like in raggedy like jeans and cowboy boots. But it is intentional though, you know? Got like the clown in a way, you know? The clown is able to like roll with the goofiness, you know? It's like something bad happens to that person, but they have the confidence to make it look like it was a good thing.
Rhymes, but also kind of just like rhythmic like flow. On the dominant hand side, I was trying to do like really cover the page and play around in the space and not even be limited by there's words over here. I have to go below that. I can still fill in up here.
It's called ecology. No definitions. That tree was once a walrus. This couch knows that tree.
Johnny? Cincinnati Zoo. September 1914. The last passenger pigeon.
It's so interesting to find someone who's not a swordsman. They're not doing the things I think.
What are you?
Even ungainly tree limbs to take us with them, though the only goal becomes a ground that doesn't subsist of water. Thus many drown, but many find land, though the rain will not stop for noon or midnight. We move along desperately to find an overhang or arbor where the water recedes and we can breathe.
I burned myself on romance. I burned myself on romance, and I need each one of you to get it back, or else I'll never trust my feelings again. I used to feel better ones, deeper ones, tall like skyscrapers.
I'm alone as an ego trapped in a book pile. I've not read a book in 100 years.
Lost in the hardware store, no, lost in the supermarket. I can have every variety of cheese developed by man. I dream of arranging the slices on my own cheese platter. The dingy white tile floor makes a particular sound, and no cart rolls easily forward.
Poetry was ours one ochre summer. It was warm clouds and fresh saplings. It was sunbeams.
What we're going to strive for in this class, okay? We're going to strive to have a poem that holds itself on the page and on the stage, okay?
If you're using a cliche, are you using it to really emphasize common language and know that everybody knows what you are saying, assuming that that's a cliche that your audience shares? So there are cliches, like the one you had about surfing, right? What was your cliche?
Ride the wave.
Ride your own wave. So that cliche, we get it, but if we don't live near the ocean, it might not be as common to us to say that, right?
Actually, the grass is always greener on the other side. All that is gold does not glitter. A single spark like a bonfire, light a bonfire. Two wrongs don't make a night. Red, right, return, black is night, white night. Unrequited love is always greener than the kiss in hand.
Finally taking everything, topsoil and carbon, let no one else in.
It is the trapdoor flycatcher. It looks like that.
2 feet across.
Yeah. So
That catch more than flies.
So I added a little accent to what would Jesus do. And I tried to mimic this thing that you see when you're at the U.S. border in San Diego. There's a street sign of these people dragging their child as they run for their lives. So I just changed this a little bit.
If I was going to do it like the Billboard Liberation Front, I would put up the Love Shovel motto, which is do more for free. Now, what's humorous to me is 2 things. One, I don't actually consider myself a beat poet, kind of maybe a post-beat poet. But number 2 was the poem that they chose to print.
Right, so if you print out the template, it comes out of the printer like this.
In the correct order.
Yeah, in the correct order, so it reads like a booklet.
Really?
Yeah, if you go on YouTube and type in like how to make a booklet, that's how I learned how to do this a few years ago. And I generally just use the same template every time. I just change little things.
What do you recommend as far as like length, like how many poems roughly?
You can get quite a bit in there, and you can make the text really small. But it's also, for me, when I have a lot of different chapbooks, it's usually periods of time is how I do like little collections.
Walking into Tennessee, where I watch strippers write confessions in dance hall restrooms. Water collects whiskey backwash. My vision blurs into baptism and desire.
And the things that repeat, you know.
That's how you get the trance quality.
Exactly,
and like trance
yeah.
and flow are really related. And like flow is like really the state you have to be in to make improv work. Like if you're thinking too much about it, you're like who is it? Trey Anastasia, he says something about you practice so that everything becomes instinctual. So that in the moment that you need, like you're like, I want to play this or something, you know how to do it already. You don't have to
slipping into another place, another universe, another place in time. And as I awaken, I find myself in unfamiliar surroundings. And the wind, cloud, fire, water, mountain, sun, cold.
I'm seeing a metal nest cage.
It birthed me 80 times in the first life. Don't you trust?
The key is sharing concepts beyond each individual vision.
Oh, there was once upon a time. Oh, there was here and now. Here and now. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. There was Adam and Eve. And a beautiful garden.
BAFS 2023.
July is in 2023.
Where people remember to take photos and videos.
We have these wilderness areas very near us, right? Indian Peaks Wilderness, James Peaks Wilderness. And what they are, a box has been drawn around a land. Signs have been put up. Behind this sign and within this box, wild exists.